Hi there, Helix fans and ships at sea. It's been a crazy summer here at Planet Helix, and it's about to get a lot crazier this Thursday when we head out to Calgary and then drive to Red Deer to play at the fair with Lee Aaron. Geez, lots of things have been happening. Saw Tim Hicks when he was in town. Tim Hicks is a Canadian country superstar, having seven, count them. That's that, plus two. Top 10 country hits here in Canada, and he was a vocal student of mine. So I went to see Tim, and also went to see Emerson Drive with our old sound man, Neil Fensky, the Finnish guy. So that took up a weekend, and just preparing for the upcoming dates. Like I said, this Thursday, we leave something like 5 o'clock in the morning from here in time to get to the airport and fly out. We get in at 11:15, then pick up 2 rental cars and drive about 2 hours to Red Deer, and we're on stage that night at 8 o'clock. I believe it's 8 o'clock. And then we come back home, and as soon as I get back on the Friday, the very next day, the Saturday, Linda and I will be flying to Halifax. We get in after midnight, go to our hotel room, and then the next day, hopefully, we're going to go out for supper with Rob Wells. And then either Monday or Tuesday, we're going to record, I'm going to film SwearNet with the boys. And then it's off to Bathurst, New Brunswick for a couple days to visit with the Windsors and Brian Kenny. And then we get back on the Friday from Halifax, and the very next day I drive up to Montreal for Heavy Montreal. So as you can see, it's going to be crazy. Jeff Schnarr from InView Marketing, who sends out these newsletters, was here on the weekend. We had a long talk. Jeff, if you're out there, nice guy. And it was a blast having him here at Planet Helix, but he suggested I put out the newsletters a lot more regularly, maybe 4 a month as opposed to 1 a month. Keep them a little bit shorter. So you're going to see a lot of on-the-fly newsletters like this. The things I like to mention before I go, and that is that we have made a deal with Rocks Records out of California to release Ambassador of the Blues and Heavy Metal Christmas plus 2 tracks on vinyl. We're going to call the Christmas album, though, a Helix Christmas versus the old title of a Heavy Metal Christmas, because it really isn't the same album, so I wanted to avoid confusion there. The problem with the Christmas album was we had this great Christmas album, a Heavy Metal Christmas, that we sold in Walmart stores across Canada, but then a couple years later we wrote All I Want for Christmas Is the Leafs to Win the Cup with Sean Kelly, and that was also a great song, and I wanted to have them on the same disc. And then I decided to add Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, which Daryl used to do in the live Christmas show when we did it. And speaking of the live Christmas show, we had a female in that show by the name of Sarah Smith, who's a local legend here in London, Ontario. And Sarah is actually coming for a cup of coffee with me today. So that's my day for today, plus getting ready for all the dates and getting ready to take off on Thursday. So don't be scared, see you around. Catch you on the flip side. Later. Whoosh.
Now, for most people, Christmas is a very happy time of year. But for my bass player, Daryl, not so much. I won't get into the why, but anyway, I'll let him explain himself. So please give a warm welcome for Mr. Daryl Gray!
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
What the? You've been into the booze again, haven't you? Haven't you? You've been into the booze.
It's the eggnog, man.
Yeah, right. So tell everybody why you're so unhappy at this festive time of year.
Well, where do I begin? Many years ago, at the Gray family household in Belfast, my granny, my grandpa, the whole family's there, and we're sharing a few little drops of the eggnog. Well, Granny decides she's got to go and get some medication she forgot. She opens the door, out she goes. Shortly thereafter, there's a terrible clatter on the roof, followed by a blood-curdling scream! And there before our eyes, a gruesome sight. You see, Grandma had been run over by a reindeer! too much eggnog, and we begged her not to go. But she forgot her medication, and she staggered out the door into the snow. When we found her Christmas morning at the scene of the attack, she had her prints on her forehead and incriminating claw marks on her back. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Now we're all so proud of Grandpa. He's been taking it so well. See him in there watching football, drinking beer, playing cards with Cousin Belle. It's not Christmas without Grandma, and the family's dressed in black. And we just can't help but wonder, do we open up her gifts or take them back? Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Now the goose is on the table, and the pudding made of fig, and the blue and silver candles that would just have matched the hair on Grandma's wig. I've warned all my friends and neighbors, better watch out for yourselves. They should never give a license to a man who drives a sleigh.
Please with elves.